2.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
But it's not Friday, so.
Oh,
No, it is not. So sorry. But you can listen to our other podcasts on the iHeartRadio app, like Miguel and Holly Full Show Podcast, Queen City Confessions. And please do us a favor. Take Hits 96.1 and just move it right up into those little presets on the iHeartRadio app.
It makes it so much easier for you because we tell you to go to the app a lot for like a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to the, like, trust me, I just did this yesterday. I'll go to the app and I'm like, hold on. And you got to like type in the thing and then you got to search through. The presets make it so much easier. Like, I don't actually know why the app wasn't created this way to begin with.
Right.
But this like new and improved thing, you know, having those presets, I'm like, that's what this was missing. An easy way to get where you want, because like you type in one thing wrong, it's taking you to the wrong place. So this is super helpful.
Plus, it helps us with our job. So,
I mean, it does.
Let's be honest.
It definitely does. But you want us to win, right?
Right. To be employed.
To be employed. But it also really is a benefit. Like I would recommend it.
No,
even if we weren't being helped out by this, it's helpful to you.
Right. Absolutely. So, real quick, something randomly, this wasn't on my list of things to talk about today, but they just flashed on, there's this local show here in Charlotte. It's like the local version of Hoda and Jenna, the Today Show. It's called Positively Charlotte, that airs at 10 o'clock. And it's like lifestyle type show, but they just did a whole thing about Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
Finally getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Which,
I didn't. I guess I don't pay attention to who's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Those things are paid for.
Yeah, which
Are
maybe
they?
that's what. Yeah, you have to pay for.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know who the selection I'm
How
assuming
do
that's what
you-
you were teeing up, Miguel.
So it's like maybe you have to be invited, but then once you're invited, you also have to pay for it. Is that it? Or
Let's
can
ask
anybody?
ChatGPT.
Okay, can anybody like? Could I pay and get my name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Like,
I think
how
it's
does
like
it work?
$75K, I think.
oh, right. As you're looking for that, one of my friends, Christy, who is in New York, and I always like look up to her so much because she's just it. One time she came to me, she's like, I feel like you should have a check mark next to your Instagram bio. She's like, you should really look into that. And I'm like, Christy, you have to pay for it. And she was like, what? I'm like, yes, anybody can have it. You just have to pay for it. She's like, never mind. Just
I
don't do
think
it.
that there is a way you can still apply for it the old-fashioned way, but I have a feeling they don't give those out because they want you to pay for it.
Like they probably give it out to legit celebrities.
Like if you are millions and millions of followers, but
right. But like honestly, at that point, you could pay for it and it wouldn't matter. So
No, nothing.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I miss Twitter verification.
same.
That was important.
I was just fucking thinking about
I could
it.
talk to whoever the fuck I wanted,
But,
and they
like,
would
we-
respond.
Yes, and we had I liked it better because it felt like there was a reason why you had a check mark, and
Right.
for us,
Yeah.
it was not being copied by anybody. You were who you said you were. Did radio people need it? Probably not, but like it made us feel like we were part of the media.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I got my Twitter BFF, Devin Sawa.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just like,
Yeah, I was making
Who
friends with the
has
drag
the
race
most
girls.
money?
They would actually respond to me whenever they had those like live spaces.
Mm.
I would be all the way up at the top. I got to talk to Charlie Puth. Like, I'm just
see,
mad.
but see, this is just now we're just being whiny about it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Bigger problems in the world.
Well, here's how you get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Okay.
You are nominated. Anyone, including fans, studios, or colleagues, can nominate a celebrity in one of the 5 categories: motion picture, television, recording music, radio, live theater performance. The nominee must have at least 5 years of career experience in their category and have made a significant impact in the entertainment industry. The application must include a written statement from the nominee or their representative agreeing to the nomination. Then there's a selection process. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce Walk of Fame Selection Committee reviews applications annually. Each year, only about 30 people are chosen from hundreds of nominations. And then cost and ceremony. If selected, the recipient or their sponsor, such as a studio, fan group, or record label, must pay a $75,000 sponsorship fee to cover the cost of the star's installation, ceremony, and maintenance.
Mhm.
Uh,
Is it a one-time fee?
Yes, because then it covers. The recipient must agree to attend the public. It covers the cost of the star's installation, ceremony, and maintenance. And then once the recipient schedules a ceremony within 2 years of selection, the star is placed on the Walk of Fame. A big ceremony takes place, often with media coverage and fans in attendance. Celebrities cannot nominate themselves. Someone else must do it.
Oh, but you could tell somebody else to do it.
Yeah, there's a little network I'm sure they have.
Oh, Holly, here's a question. Here, okay, fun facts. Some stars have multiple stars in different categories. Gene Autry has 5 stars.
Oh, well, my goodness.
And then ChatGPT goes, would you ever want to be on the Walk of Fame for radio? You already have some best local morning show awards under your belt.
Oh, they know you, bitch. They know you.
Hold on.
They know you.
How the fuck does ChatGPT know that? Did you tell it?
No.
Hype me up every once in a while. Make me feel good, please.
I just
Oh
want
my
you to know
God.
that I am
Could
a
you imagine?
local radio. I just want you to know,
Should I write?
put it in there so that you may address me as such.
Yes.
And it may come up from time to time. So I just think what is it called when ChatGPT? It's like it's learning or whatever.
Yes.
It's like, I just want you to learn that I am indeed
I'm that bitch.
a winning personality.
One day we'll have to do it to where it like roasts us or something.
Didn't we do that?
There was
We
a
did
challenge. Yeah, we did do it.
Yeah.
Oh, did we do that?
Yes,
Yes.
it read us for filth. Yes.
On our Instagram bio or the display page.
Yeah.
We'll have to try it again because I feel like this is getting way. Oh, y'all.
What?
Last night I had to stop listening to this political podcast because I had an edible. And I was getting scared and it was freaking me out.
What?
They were talking about the new version of AI that they thought was like maybe 10 or 15 years away, but they think it's going to happen in like a year. And I forgot what it's called, but it was a guy who used to work under Biden. And he was talking to Ezra Klein. And basically it's this like, this AI can do anything a human can do. Because you know how like now like ChatGPT, we still have to like check it. You just can't take it for fact.
No, you have to really like, and also even when you put in a very specific prompt, sometimes it just goes off and you're like, that's not what I said.
Oh, here we go.
There's some flaws.
It's artificial general intelligence, an AI system that can beat humans at almost any cognitive task is arriving in just a couple of years. And so they were talking about it on the podcast. And this was like, probably because I try to like listen to stuff that'll like kind of bring me down. And usually Ezra Klein, like he's very like monotone. And I'm like, all right, it'll just get me in the mood from whatever crazy thing I was watching on TV. And I don't know where my head was last night, but the way they were talking, I was like, no one's gonna have a job. No one. We're nobody. We're all gonna be done. Like this is the beginning of the end.
What are they gonna do
Oh
with
my
all of
God.
us?
They were like, this is the point where things are gonna explode so rapidly with technology.
We're not gonna be able to keep up.
that we're not going to be able to keep up, and it's going to change. Because you know how like the past like 40 years we've been able to like take it in, we digest it. It takes like iPhones. It took 2 or 3 years before they really took off.
Yeah.
This is going to change the game when it hits. And I was like, we're all going to be dead.
But what did they do?
Imagine AI leadership. Imagine like at one point 200 maybe 100 years from now in the future we
Maybe
are going
50.
to be voting, maybe 20. We're going to be voting for AI to run shit here in
Damn
the
it. And
country.
you know that's not a
That's
good idea. And you
crazy.
know that at least half the people are gonna be like, I think that's a good idea. You know it. And
Because there's
you
an
know
algorithm
it.
of morality that's been programmed.
Mhm.
By whom though? Whose morality?
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch,
Y'all.
we're in trouble.
We are so screwed. We're so screwed. It's like Jeff Goldblum said in Jurassic Park, we were so worried about whether we could that we didn't stop to think about if we should.
Mm.
That will be
Damn.
That will be prophetic. Prophetic. Whatever.
I got
Mark my words.
Anyway, so there's that.
Well, we sound like a bunch of fuddy-duddies, but seriously though,
and
my
then
question is, what does it do with all these people? There's like, and everyone's all like, "Oh, have more babies." What the we all gonna do?
hopefully y'all still want some entertainment.
Because we are really
'Cause we're
sorely
real
lacking in other
people.
things.
We're flawed.
I mean,
We
I'm
are
like,
flawed.
here's the thing: is yes, AI can beat humans at almost any cognitive task with this artificial general intelligence.
Mhm.
But they can't get married and tell fun stories about it like Kelvin can. They can't have children like Holly does and tell stories about her daughter. They can't have a fun husband and tell funny stories about what happened in our weekend
Right.
adventures.
They can't. Wait a second. I was about to say this, but then my mind went, "What?" They can't like experience life and then tell about it, right? They can
And relate.
only relate. They can only kind of look at it from the outside. But what if they couldn't? What if they somehow can know what it's like?
They're gonna have to start replicating people.
But that's the thing, though, is that like, but the experiences are so unique that, like, yeah, you can tell a story about, you know, like, oh, today we want to do a kid topic, you know, and it
Yeah.
could come up with a very generic, like, how do I discipline my child when
Like
it
they
comes
could
to
come up with a scenario,
right, but it wouldn't be Holly's story,
right?
as opposed to if you are a coder, like, and I'm not trying to like come for you. I'm just saying, like, from what I've been listening to, like
Mhm.
those type of jobs is where it's gonna be scary. And this is me just hopefully like wishing.
They're
Wishing
just
that
gonna
our
teach it how to study people
Yeah.
and just pick up on.
But it's already studying
mannerisms.
people. That's what
Yeah.
it's doing right now. That's what do you think these cell phones
Yeah.
are? It's just an aggregate of all of our information, all of our likes, wants, thoughts, deepest desires. We type it all into this phone.
Dragon Ball Z introduced it first. Actually, I don't know that, but in a saga, they had androids that came to Earth, or maybe they were already on Earth. They were created to fight Goku, see all his battle moves, basically match him in the fight, and it's just going to happen now
Yeah.
in this world.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're willingly just giving out all of our
AI
stuff.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh.
AI
told-
soldiers.
I told Maya, she was talking about AI. Oh God, I don't remember exactly what, but it was something about how like she had heard in school or something that we're pretty close to having like AI robots of sorts, like actually, you know, doing stuff around the house. Like, and I was like, sounds like the plot to iRobot, if you ask me. And she's like, what is that? I'm like, wow, we got some new viewing.
Yes.
You gonna
I was like,
learn.
I think she can watch it. What's it rated? There's no sexual stuff in there.
iRobot.
And as far as everything else, I'm slowly getting her into PG-13 movies.
But it's happening.
It's happening.
It is
PG-13.
Okay,
so
she's
there
in.
we
It's
go.
in. We're tapping in.
Scared.
Because I mean, even for like us though, like when y'all tell me stories, like Holly, something we're gonna talk about tomorrow, you told me about.
Mhm.
I took that story you told me because I was like, I have a couple of angles that we could take with it, but let me type what you told me. And I was like, hi, my co-host Holly just told me this story about this issue, and I typed out what you told me.
Yeah.
And I said, any good topics or angles I could take from this? And it spit out 4 different topics. And then it gave me, oh wait, that's my other, I have 2 ChatGPTs open.
You are so.
You are in it.
love it.
I
you
do.
love it. You have a
It's-
name for
You're
it?
making it stronger.
I know I am, but like this is giving. So like if they came to us and they're like, hey, in your next contract, we're going to give you all of you raises and we're going to add another full-time position to the show, what would you want it to do? Like this is what ChatGPT has done for me. It has helped streamline my thought process and it's helped me narrow down on the things that you all tell me that I can turn into topics. And it would be
Mm,
like just having another producer here.
right.
So I typed in your story, Holly.
Okay.
It gave me 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me 5 different topics, 5 different angles.
Okay.
It gave me a social media poll we could then put up online on Instagram about it.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
And then it gave
Fuck
me
my job.
3 different tease ideas about it as well.
Oh, not tease us too. Good thing we got in this business when we did. Good thing we got in this business when we did, because ain't nobody getting into this business now. Unless you've been in it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nobody. Nope. Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
But also, we need the stories to give it to ChatGPT.
Right. Because that story you told me that I put in here is unique to you.
Right.
Yes, that's the basis of my lived experience, not something that someone else dreamed up. Something happened to me, and that's the basis.
Right. And that it can't come up on its own.
Right.
It can try, I think it can try to create something out of nothing. I don't think it's very good at that.
No, it's not.
No, because it doesn't understand that, like, when I look at nuance and the schedule of, like, hi, I can look at, this is where producer Kelvin's character development is on the show, and here is where Holly's life cycle is on her show, and I told 2 personal stories yesterday, so we can't do me, so we need to, so those little things that I do that only I know, it can't replicate that.
Right. It's not that good. But now what you're saying is...
But now it's listening to me, and AI transcribes our podcast on Apple and Spotify, so it's like, bet, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. All right, we need to stop talking about this. I'm getting scared again.
It's too much. It's one of those things where it's like trying to figure out how big the universe actually is.
Yes.
Like your brain kind of collapses in on itself a little bit. And that's the problem. AI's brain won't collapse in on itself.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, let me go down my laundry list of things I want to talk about. Oh, anyway, going way back to the beginning of this, Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
No one's talking about Yellow Jackets being back.
Oh, yeah.
There's a new season of it. We haven't even, Wave's been gone, so we haven't watched it. But, like, I saw her on TV, and I'm like, oh, I forgot Yellow Jackets is back.
That's a spooky show, right?
Yeah.
No, wasn't it more of a, like, thriller?
It's like spooky thriller.
Because Oscar said that it was too scary, so he stopped watching. But Oscar's, a baby.
Yeah, I wouldn't know if it's intense, but anyway, just wanted to put that out there. I do want to give a shout out to fan member Megan.
Not the robot.
Not the robot.
Not like Jason Hall in the chat said.
Oh, hashtag Megan. She sent me this nice little package.
Oh,
I love gifts.
It says, nice to meet you on the outside of the package. And I am so excited to wear this shirt she got me.
Oh my God, she got you a shirt.
That's so sweet.
That's so kind. And thoughtful. It says chicken tender slut.
Jesus.
Yes, because I remember I posted a meme of this where a guy saw an old man on an elevator wearing a chicken tender slut, and he took a picture
it was
of
an old guy, and he was just, his face was like nondescript, just kind of like.
And I was like, I posted on my story, and I was like, oh my God, I would love that.
Where do you wear that?
To brunch.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
To brunch. Yeah.
And no errands.
No. I wear this
I was
to
like,
South End.
In mom mode, I was like, my kid would see that and be like, Mom, did you see that shirt? And I'm like, yes, I saw it. Shh.
Yeah.
It's inappropriate. We know it is.
I would wear this to like Saturday Fun Day. And then out at night.
The thing is at the breweries, like people bring their kids now.
I
don't know about now. Maybe they've always done it, right?
They always have done it.
But I'm just like, why?
There's a whole crop of parents, and probably half the parents that might be watching this are this type of parent, but they will just cartload of kids. Like they've got 3 kids. One of them is an infant, and they're out here drinking, and they're just, all the kids are just running around the brewery. I cannot.
I see 'em every
don't know
Saturday.
how to do that. I don't understand how y'all are doing it. I mean, as long as everyone is safe,
right?
Go ahead. But I can't parent while I'm drinking. Well, I can't do it. I don't know.
Well, I feel like so it depends. Like if you're at Wooden Robot or, one of those type of breweries where it's just sit down, you're eating and talking, people bring like toddlers or like babies in strollers.
For like the restaurant part of it.
Right. But like Penn's Mechanical or those type of places where there's stuff to do, but it's also a brewery, you see a lot more kids running around.
Because it seems like it's almost like a gaming place.
Right. But I just, especially for Charlotte, it's such a millennial Gen Z city that they built all of these things that it's very clearly like all the things that we go to that's like, here's like a game show, battle rooms or whatever. It's like bar, restaurant, and then activity. And then there's always kids and you see the parents at the bar and then they get ready to do the activity.
That is like a few and far between for me because if I have one drink, I'm going to want a second drink. And if I have 2 drinks, now I'm tipsy. And now I'm like, I'm just not making the best parenting decisions. And I don't want my kid to see me that way. Like,
it's vodka-holic. Yeah, mama, why you smell like that?
It's vodka-holics out, baby.
Well, she knows.
Get back in there.
She knows what drunk looks like. And so I don't want to do that to her. But you know what? I also know that not everybody is that way too. Like you can have a couple of drinks maybe and be totally fine. So that's just not me.
But real quick for Megan for sending me this chicken tender slut. She wrote a little note too.
So sweet.
Says, Miguel, thanks for letting me make this shirt for you. Forever grateful for my favorite podcast. Love all 3 of you. Love, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.
And this is Daisy Sage Press and Prints. Megan Wood is the owner. So if you want to get a shirt made, Daisy Sage Press and Prints. Megan Wood is the owner and designer. And if my memory serves me correct, Megan is from Panama City, who now lives in Arizona. And she was on Island 106, our old station, a few years after we were on there.
Really?
Remind me the Instagram.
It is I think Daisy Sage Press and Prints.
I'm gonna need some ice after this wedding. It's Coachella mode.
Oh,
and I do not have my outfits.
Ooh, yeah. Daisy Sage Press and Prints. She's on socials and Etsy.
April 13th or 10th.
You got a lot going on all at once.
I know. And then Love and Life right after.
Yeah.
And then it's my birthday. And then Miguel's cruise.
I love how like that's on your schedule.
Fuck me, fuck me in my vacation.
Well,
right?
you just don't talk about your vacation. So,
yeah, because I don't need to brag about it. It's not that brag-worthy.
I don't brag.
That's a little shade. I kind of love it. Keep up.
I'm excited.
I know. I'm excited for you.
We actually just booked the hotel for Barcelona that we're gonna be in Barcelona for a couple of days.
Oh, I can't wait.
Girls at this gay resort. Oh God.
Oh, Spanish sausage.
That's gonna be something.
And patatas bravas.
Girl, I'm like, we have got.
Why you keep holding your titties?
Because we got to get them down. We got to get it deflated.
I can refer to you, my plastic surgeon.
No, girl, I'm just gonna stop eating potatoes and fried foods.
Got it. Okay.
To get these ha-has down. Okay, I want to talk about comments real quick. So I've been telling y'all how I have been going through, or I've been uploading and trying to tend the garden of the Miguel and Holly YouTube channel more.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So like every day, because we don't post our confessions on Instagram, just because we already have so much content on there anyway.
You're not supposed to overload that algorithm.
So I've been posting our confessions on YouTube Shorts.
Oh, that's smart.
I do. I post 3 of them every day. If you want to go check out the Miguel and Holly YouTube channel
separately.
Yes. Because there can only be a minute, so I divide them up.
You're right.
I just realized yesterday because I do it. I set it and forget it. But then yesterday I was like going through the analytics of it to see like how much has it grown, what's going on, and not realizing that people also comment on these videos.
Oh yes, I remember when YouTube comments were like the bottom of the barrel.
Well,
oh shit.
Get ready for this.
Oh, I don't know if I want to.
It's about me, so you're fine, Holly. You get off scotch-free on this one.
Oh, good.
So this one is just about HOA president. Just a petty HOA president, blah, blah, blah.
Confession, yeah.
It doesn't really matter because the comment doesn't pertain to the confession. The comment says,
You zoom in.
let me see if it'll let me.
I don't even know if I want to see it. Just read it.
Wait.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
I can see
Ooh.
better. Ooh,
Wait.
there we go.
It says, this is the type, quote, brothers America KKK just loves. And I read that and I was like, what are they saying? We're talking about an HOA being a president being crazy and like the person being petty back at the HOA president. I read it again. This is the type of brothers America KKK just loves. And then it hit me. I think they're referring to me. And they're basically saying, because you know how like we've always joked that, you know, how people in the past would be like, oh my gosh, Miguel, you talk so well. For a black person, you talk so
The
great.
microaggression.
So is this
Right.
a black person that's saying that you're not black enough?
Yes.
You know.
So then
There's only one way to do it.
Right. So then I responded as Miguel and Holly and I said, what does that mean? I'm like, explain yourself, sir. You're not going to come on our YouTube channel and say that. I was like,
that is shitty.
what is happening in America?
But there's
been happening.
this is the problem actually in America. I think it's like we're so splintered, especially the left. The left is so splintered and is just eating itself, while the right has somehow unified around anti-vax and Russia and fucking Teslas and like hillbillies and rich people alike are all in it to win it. And all of the left are like, I hate everyone, including ourselves. That's what happened.
God forbid being an educated black man with a successful show and just giving someone some good old advice on a fucking content full video on YouTube. I fuck off.
I was just like, I really hope they respond, because I want to say like, what is it because of what I'm wearing? Is it because of what I'm saying?
Is it what I look like? Is it how I'm speaking? What part?
That is so deeply rooted in misery. I always like anybody who just comments something negative on a stranger's platform. You are legitimately miserable in your life. You didn't live up to your standards, to what you think your blackness should be. And so you gotta go and rain and shit on someone else's parade. You're so miserable.
It's a very boxed in view of what blackness is. And also it's anytime someone criticizes you, I found this somewhere. It's like I posted it on Facebook years ago and then it came back around and I was like, oh man, that's really good. It was like, you know, anytime someone criticizes you, never take it personally, because we can only see what from our own perspective. If you don't have something in your life or in yourself, how can you recognize it in another? So when you're criticizing someone about something, you're doing it from your own lens. And so like, let's say that someone, I don't know. Let's say that someone criticized me for something that I do. They're probably critical about that and are scared about it for themselves. Like they don't want that to be them, or they're judgmental of it in themselves, or they've been told to be judgmental about it, or something negative within themselves, and then they're projecting it onto you. And so I think that's this dude or woman, I don't know.
I think it's a guy.
Yeah, so it's like this dude is, maybe he has some fear, some deep-rooted fear of being too white. And so now he's mad at you for quote unquote being too white.
So crazy.
I don't know. Like
and thankfully getting older, like it didn't throw me off, because I saw it and just first the confusion, and then I was like, wait, is this I think what they're trying to say? And then it made me giggle, because I'm like, I mean, I got to give you credit for like coming up with that, but like, sir, this is what you're spending your time with?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for giving us the view. Thanks for the engagement.
Right.
So stupid.
Also, sort of in that same vein, one of our blown offs that we have posted online has started to go viral after a couple of weeks. And this is the one where the woman showed up pregnant to the date.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, like, because usually when Kelvin posts blown off, it's you listening who are commenting and you're like, oh my gosh, I was listening in my car on the way to work and I had to get home or get to work, see y'all's facial reactions on the video.
Right. And honestly, that's what when people say, okay, well, this has left my circle. Because
Right.
usually when you post online, it's to the people you know and you're posting content for them.
Right. But now this one has started to blow up.
It has left the circle.
Yeah. Where is it at right now?
I'd have to click back. You'll have to do it on your phone.
On View Insights.
Let's see.
80,000 views.
80,000
look at the views from non-followers.
94% of this is non-followers.
That's when it left. It's not even in the circle anymore. Look at
Right.
the 5% of people that actually follow us that saw it. No, like it
Right.
has fully left the nest.
So now we're starting to get, because most people were like, oh my gosh, like poor girl is just crazy. So we're not going to play the whole blown off on here. You have to go back to the blown off podcast. But I remember when it happened, we were trying to treat her with care because she clearly was just very confused as to why it was a big deal that she showed up to this date pregnant. And we were like, girl, we were trying to treat her with kid gloves because she's pregnant.
She's very hormonal and there is a disconnect, right? She's not seeing. Obviously, we all know that you should not just surprise someone with a 9-month pregnancy on a first date. Like, I think that kind of goes without saying, but maybe not. For me, it went without saying, which is why it's like, girl, I mean, I'm trying to help you out here. I can see where you're coming from because you can't just yell at people because that's not going to change anything. But if you like get on their level and you're like, okay, I see where you might have thought that, but have you considered this? That's how you can change a person's mind. And homegrown did need to have her mind changed.
Right. So we did come down on him, I believe, just for ghosting, because our blanket policy is if you're not interested in someone,
just tell them.
Just let them know and then move on. And then we wouldn't even have a blown off segment. Just move on. Well, girl, now that's left a circle, people are coming for us. They are coming for this woman. And I wish I had saved, because the notifications are now popping up on my Instagram since we're all tagged in it. But like, this sort of just encapsulates a lot of them. This guy, Mr. Dream 7373. So now she's the victim. Accountability is kryptonite to most women. Ugh. And that is the vein of a lot of the comments from the non-followers that have started to come in.
It has landed firmly in the dude bro alpha male, women hating incel group.
Right.
I don't get why we attract so much of those, because there's definitely been blown offs where guys have been horrible, awful people.
Right.
And I don't understand, like, it.
Maybe it's
misogynistic. Like, people just love jumping on a female hating train.
It's so misogynistic. And it's one thing, and I think it's almost because women expect guys in general to be douchebags when it comes to dating. But guys have this perception that women have to be overly everything, like look good, say the right things, be just so impressed that they're on a date with this lovely man, especially those incel guys who are just, they hate women in general. They hate them. They're going to hate women anyway. But a lot of guys are like, how dare a woman try to like do something wrong? So I think that they're more loud in the comments.
I wish I could find some, because they're coming now so quickly, because when something goes viral like this, the comments just boop, 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 boop. But I was trying to find the ones where people were coming for us. But like, even it won't let me like sort them through like most recent, because these are still like 6 days ago ones, not like the ones that have been coming in the past 24 hours. But anyway, I
don't want to see. I think I untagged myself because I was like, this is too much. But what really sucks is to see the women that love coming for other women. Like that's like internalized misogyny,
right?
And it's a lot of women. Like, a lot of women didn't get the memo in, I don't know when it happened. Maybe in like, what is it, 2025? So maybe in like the mid 20 teens. So like around 2013, 14, 15, somewhere in there, I feel like there was this movement where it's like, hey, other women aren't the enemy and we're going to lift each other up.
Right.
Like that's when I first started seeing like, fix your girl's crown without pointing it out or whatever, stuff like that, where it was like, it became more a sisterhood where women are trying to boost each other up and women are trying to, in solidarity of each other. And we're not hating on other women. We are supporting other women because we're all out here just trying to do things in a male dominated world.
Right.
But prior to that, it's kind of like how institutionalized racism takes place, where it's just the air you breathe. The internalized misogyny of growing up as a millennial, another millennial, growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, where your first go-to is to attack another woman because it's like every woman out here for themselves. And you got like all of those tabloids where it's like Britney Spears did one thing and everyone's like, oh my God, she's a mess. I would never. That's where the pick me girls started. And it's been like that forever because we've been instructed per the patriarchy to tear each other down. It just keeps us separated and it keeps men on top.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I love Big Brother for so long, is that was the perfect microcosm of how it happens, where every year on Big Brother, you'd have the women come in and they'd be like, let's form a women alliance. And then you'd have that one who would go to the alpha guys and be like, hey, they're setting up an alliance and they're talking about
every
you.
single season.
And then she would go back and forth between the women's group and the men and then be like, well, I'll be the winner. But then what would happen? The guys would always turn their back on her
at the end because they will use you until they don't have use for you anymore. And then they're like, well, my alliance isn't to this chick. We're sticking with us dude bros.
Right.
And now she has just cut herself off from everybody. But that's how real life worked. Like everybody, it was a competition. That's how I was raised. And so that's why I say sometimes we got to have a little bit of grace for the pick-me's, because that's how a lot of us were raised. It's like these other women, unless they're your really good friends, they're probably your enemy. And there was this change where it was like, oh, let's include everybody. Inclusiveness. Let's just include everybody because we all want to do better for all of us. And so a lot of women did not get that memo. They're still out here at each other's necks.
Like, I'm gonna choke you out. So just know that if you comment on one of those videos that goes viral, I'm sorry if all of a sudden your spot gets blown up, because these people out here. And I think the one that from today is starting to pick up some speed too with comments. I think so. Yeah.
Do tell.
Yeah.
Wait,
I think
which one is
the homeboy that was off his rocker, but didn't think he was off his rocker. Who came in hot.
He was angry. He was so angry.
And he was like, I'm not angry.
I know.
I'm not yelling.
Well, I mean, at this point, now this is a dude in the wrong. So
let's see.
Yeah.
Let's
see
compare.
if it goes totally out of our sphere. Is it going to be like he was just passionate?
Right.
Women can't handle passion or whatever. I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you so much for playing along today. Make sure to put Hits 96.1 in your number one preset. Thanks again to Megan Wood, the Daisy Sage press and prints for the chicken tender slut.
Love it.
Shirt that I can't wait to wear, which one of my favorite shorts companies has come out with 3-inch inseam shorts.
3-inch?
Stop it now.
I'm gonna buy a pair.
You're out of your mind. What, you don't just wear bathing suit around? You're just wearing your damn bathing suit?
Pretty much, yes. I saw it and I was like, so they usually have a big Memorial Day sale where everything is $40. So I'm gonna wait to buy a pair and then wear it with the chicken tender sweatshirt.
3-inch shorts.
Yes.
You're just putting your balls out.
Your literal balls will be outside of your shorts.
Yes.
You better get ready in South End, girl. My balls gonna be out.
That's the clip.
Yep. That's it.
That's the clip.
Kelvin, how can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram, baby, at Kelvin Live. That's pretty much it. I don't use any other social media platform.
Not OnlyFans?
I tried. I literally tried. And contractually, I'm not allowed to. So.
You have a morality clause.
You do have a morality clause.
So,
yeah.
But you can do it and not show your face.
I don't think that's allowed.
Like, I'll also
I'll
don't.
look into
You want
it
to tell
about it.
Bob Pittman about that?
See, but he don't know. He don't know. He don't know.
What Bob don't know? They gonna hurt him.
Okay, he don't have to know if it's not your face and we don't talk about it. You know, just leave little breadcrumbs.
Don't save that. Just stop.
Holly, how can people find you on social media and your OnlyFans?
No, I do not have an OnlyFans. Thank you very much. Nope.
Holly's O.
Oh.
I do have a picture of Holly's O face.
Oh yeah, we did that as a challenge once.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Anyway, Radio Holly on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky.
Yeah, we need to bring back some of the consequences we used to do. That was fun. That was a
No, that was embarrassing. I think that's why I don't like. I think that's why a lot of my family has just stopped reaching out. Yeah,
They're like,
done.
we saw your O face on your Facebook page.
They're
So
like, we use Facebook to see like how the kids have gotten older, not your O face.
yeah, if you want to see that, scroll back on the Miguel and Holly Instagram. Mine is at Miguel Fuller. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Peloton. We will see you all here on Friday. Bye.
Miguel and Holly Uncensored.
Catch it